Type A, Type B personalities. Imagine being in a waiting room. It's been over an hour and it seems that the others have been waiting nearly as long for their appointments as well. You scan the room and inspect other patients. A man sits right next to the door, seemingly unable to sit still. Every few minutes or so, he glances nervously at the clock. Opposite the room is another man, lounging back in his chair and smiling to himself. You hear a heavy exhale and look back at the first man, baffled at the difference between the two. In the 1950s, two cardiologists, Meyer Friedman and R.H. Rosenman, observed their own waiting room and hypothesized that certain personalities could be attributed to various health complications, particularly heart ailments. They conducted a longitudinal, naturalistic study, essentially observing people in their natural environment over a long period of time. They identified two main types of behavioral responses, which they collectively classified as Type A and Type B behavioral patterns. Consider again the waiting room situation. The unsettled man sitting in the waiting room exhibits the behavioral patterns of a Type A personality. Type A personalities are workaholics, highly stressed, ambitious, and rigid in their attitudes. Type A personalities have an extreme sense of time urgency, stressing them out. Unproductivity makes Type A feel guilty and therefore more stressed out. This makes relaxation essentially unattainable to them. They overachieve, becoming involved with many different activities, and make every effort to excel at as many as possible. When they do fail, they cannot accept it, and can develop a low self-esteem. They have high expectations of others. They display hostility when they aren't met, which is usually the case. This makes them prone to angry outbursts and overall aggressive behavior towards others. Type A's prize recognition and advancement and strive to obtain as much as they can, as quickly as they can, with sometimes unrealistic goals. These Type A personality types may need to manage stress and anger, redefine success, set realistic goals, and make lifestyle changes in order to live a more relaxed life. The relaxed man in the waiting room is the polar opposite of the impatient Type A, classified as a Type B personality type. Type Bs are calm, leisurely, non-aggressive, prone to procrastination, and lack the same sense of urgency displayed in Type As. Type Bs are able to combat stress and anxiety even in the most acute situations, and generally can maintain productivity. Their ability to stay calm and take time to relax is unmatched by Type As. They partake in leisurely activities, taking time to socialize, indulge, and reflect on their lives. They also explore creatively, making them more innovative and imaginative. Their non-aggressive behavior as well as their laid-back nature makes them very likable in comparison to Type As. However, without the sense of time urgency, which is characterized of the Type A personality, they tend to procrastinate, continually delaying their work. Type B personality types may need to learn to be more ambitious and develop better time management skills in order to reach their fullest potential. Testing for Type A and Type B personality types is not standardized, and therefore can vary and be unreliable. Tests generally give a subject a situation and asks what their response would be as adapted from the original Jenkins Activity Survey. Ultimately, Friedman and Rosenman concluded that Type A personality types suffered from heart disease, high blood pressure, and other stress-related illnesses significantly more than Type B personalities. Unfortunately, this initial study was mainly criticized for not being an accurate predictor of heart ailments. Personality inventories are interested and are critical to understand human nature. However, tests such as these can be difficult to interpret. It is highly unlikely that 7 billion people can be categorized into two groups of personality, from which health complications can be predicted.